Well, it's an absolutely lovely day today, weather-wise. So I thought I'd take the bike out after college and after my maths tutor to give you guys a quick little walk around, talk about the bike, and a sort of 6 months owner's review sort of thing. It's nice just to cruise along on a day like this. With the sun out, summer's evening feel to it. It's pretty nice. Reminds me of Goodwood. Festival of Speed. The old Roses. Yeah, just cruise along. Just chill. So, this is my 2008 YZF R125. White and red. The best colours in my opinion. She's done, I think, is it 16,000 miles now? Let's have a look. Yeah, 16,060. Nice round sort of number. Yeah. So she's what, 7 years old now, being 2015. The weather's all good. There's McLaren just over there. Still with the L plates on, unfortunately. So I've had this bike since about July or August last year. Got distracted then. But I haven't been riding it on the road since until November last year, so just over 5 months now. I've done a couple of mods on it, on the bike actually. One of the first ones I did was take the stock mirrors off, put bar ends on. On my crash video I've had a few people asking me what mirrors they are, and they are the Oxford bar end mirrors. Picked them up for 20 quid. I got them from my local Yamaha dealer. They're universal fit, except from like a couple bikes they won't fit on. If you've got clip-ons you might struggle, like proper aftermarket clip-ons you might struggle to get them on, because it's got, I forgot what it's called, but it goes in and you tighten it up and it expands, so it sits in there tight. Yeah. However, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen they got a bit tatty. So on Monday, I took them off, sanded them down, and resprayed them matte black with exhaust paint, which lasts quite long normally. So yeah, they look a little bit better. Other mods, new grips. The other grips, the old grips, they were fine, but they didn't look that great. These are my third aftermarket grips. Bought one pair, factory racing. They were good up until water got underneath the throttle grip, and you would twist the throttle, and it would twist the grip, but not the actual throttle bit. And that was really, really annoying, and a little bit dangerous actually. So I got that sorted, and then I bought some others that were very similar to this. They looked a little bit better, but this is just solid metal, and no little in-grooves, indent bits or anything, and it was just really, really slippy, so that wasn't good. Brake reservoir cap, factory racing, red anodized one. It's quite nice, not too cheap for what it is though, but you know, it's not too bad. Aftermarket levers from Hong Kong, and they're really good actually. 6 adjustable positions. Much nicer than the stock levers. I don't know why they make the stock levers so bad. SirJambo sticker and a Baron sticker which came with the bike, actually, which is pretty cool. What also came with the bike was crash bungs. That one's a bit destroyed from when I dropped it on the ice, and a tail tidy. Pretty sure that's all the mods. And a double bubble screen. Double bubble. I changed the front and rear brake hoses with my dad, which was quite cool. And that's it. I still sort of want to get a seat cowl, but they're so expensive for what they are. They're about 80-90 quid, and I can't get a red one with the right colour, which is what I want. New tyres, got them about 700 miles ago, maybe a little bit less than that. They're much better than the Pilot Sporties. These are the Pilot Streets. Pilot Streets. Yeah, the old ones are so bad. I really highly just don't get them. I can't describe how bad they are. These ones are really good, and they weren't too expensive either. I think they're I think they're 50 or 60 quid each, opposed to the Pirelli Sport Demons, which is what I initially wanted to get, which were about 80 quid. So yeah, that's all the mods on my bike. I think you've had a good view. So that is my bike. This is not normally here, by the way. This is just for the later part of my video. Ooh, nice Mustang. So that actually reminded me, on this bike, the turning circle is awful. I mean, this is the only sport bike I've ridden, and the only other bikes I've ridden properly are my Gilio DNA and my CRF. I'm gonna go around a couple of times. Bugs. So other things about this bike, it's a 125cc. It's actually 124.6cc to be exact, but it's a 125. I always get stuck behind a lorry when I make a video. It's really annoying. So this is part of the video where I'm going to talk about the specs of my bike, or when it was new at least. So the power to weight ratio of this bike is 0.107 bhp per kilogram, so it's a beast. The wet weight, so that's the important one. You don't ride with a dry bike, you always have fuel and oil, is 138 kilos. The one that everyone cares about is brake horsepower, and on this bike it's 14.7, which is right at the limit, I believe, for a 125. Stuck behind another vehicle. Chelsea tractor Lexus. Come on, this is a nice road. Another interesting one is the torque. It makes 9 foot-pounds of torque, which is 12.2 Newton meters if you work that way. Going on to the slightly more boring specs is the seat height at 818 millimeters. And for me, I find the bike, it's a decent size. It's a little bit on the small side, but it's not uncomfortable. The fuel tank is 13.8 litres, which for me, it lasts me a week at college, which is, perfect, Tuesday to Tuesday. I've heard people getting 100 miles per gallon out of this bike. Obviously, you'd be riding it pretty boringly, but I reckon I get about 65, 70, if not more, riding it every day, which is, well, for a 125, it's thrashing it a little bit. And of course, it's a single cylinder. I don't know of any twin 125s, they're all singles as far as I'm aware. And obviously, it's a 4-stroke. So that's all my specs that I have for you guys. Now just my opinion on the bike. I don't know if you care or not, but I'm going to give it anyway. From what I've read and my own experiences on this bike, it's the best all-round 125 out there. It's pretty reliable, it's not an overly aggressive riding position, it's not too tall, so if you're a shorter rider, that's not too high. I don't think it is anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't really expect much more from 125 out of it, not a 4-stroke anyway. I mean, if you want something fast, go for a 2-stroke, probably something like an RS 125 Aprilia. Roadshark will probably laugh if he's watching this. If you want something that can go off-road, get a Supermoto or an Enduro, depending on how much off-road you want to do. If you want something for looks, personally, well, it's down to opinion on looks, but personally I would go for an Aprilia RS4 125, the new 4-stroke one. But for all-round comfort, decent speed for 125, it's not too bad. My top speed on this bike is 84 miles an hour on private roads. But yeah, I mean, it gets to 83 and it's only if you're going downhill it'll get to 84, but it's right on the limiter, and she doesn't like doing it for too long. And the 0 to 60, and I won't spoil that for you because I'll insert that video now, which I did earlier. So yeah, it's not the best acceleration on this bike. I mean, it's not too bad from about 10 to 40, and then 50, and then after 50 the acceleration on this bike is just awful. It's just really, really pants. So yeah, all those facts I was saying earlier, yeah, I don't know them off by heart. They're on my cheat sheet down here. I know a couple of them off by heart, but that's cool. But yeah, I know the torque's 9 foot-pounds of torque, and the BHP is 14.7, I think I said. Well, I have no idea where I am now. So yeah, I've done just over 4,500 miles on this bike in 5 months. I'd say I'm pretty confident on her. Ooh, relatively speaking. Especially with my new tyres. My chicken strips are going down a bit, they're not too bad for a new tyre. If you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen a pretty rubbish photo I took of them. There's this guy going. Sucker! We'll have a victory lap around the old roundabout. Sheer windage.